super quick recap. Y'all finally made it through 2 combats that ended up being roped into kind of one overall with the activation of the Steadfast Stone by Hestor, and then the Medusa coming out to attack you all. Well done. Nobody died. I'll be honest, it was like a good 50-50 in my mind that someone would go down. We had some close calls, but you were able to get Gurnik involved, which was a huge help. You have now cleared the Steadfast Stone. The Hollow Gem has done its stuff. It is officially cleansed. You heard a mysterious scream echo in the distance following that. As to what caused that, you weren't necessarily sure. The Medusa is down, and with her killing and the destruction of her weapons by Starcaller, Dawn's Edge has officially cleansed itself, slightly returning her to her former glory. So now she is radiant and bright. And you had ransacked the Medusa lair, only to find some beautiful gowns, one of which to be held back from the money. And here you are. You have just destroyed the Medusa's weapons. Gurnik has gone off with Bacon and Penelope and Eva to kind of restore her and her health and inform the townspeople of what you have done. What would you like to do as you all stand in these crystal gardens?
Well, I believe we were about... Hestor was heading towards this southern cavern sort of staircase that the Medusa had coming in and out of, or at least the stone figures were clumped into. He wanted to investigate that.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Okay.
Can I give him advantage by standing behind him and holding Dawn's Edge's new brilliant form aloft, illuminating the chamber in great detail?
Absolutely, yes.
Amazing.
And as you're doing that, she's actually talking to you, Starcaller. She goes, I have not felt so brilliant in so many years. Feels so good. Do you not feel my warmth, these rays of sun?
Yeah,
Do you need a room?
First of all, he blushes just a little bit. It is good to see you back to, at least what I imagine you once did, shining bright in the light of the sun. We will bring radiance to these caverns.
That we shall, Artemis. But I do still crave the sunlight. I know I can grow but brighter and burn hotter, destroying all this evil that lingers here.
Yes. Someday soon we will again taste the vehement summer sun, and then we will crack open this earth with our might.
You know, a part of me was going to be like, and then you're going to be like, we'll crack open a cold one and we'll relax once this is done.
Pop over the course.
It's not the way of conquest, Will.
Conquest over this case.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Hestor, what'd you get for perception there, bud?
I got a dirty 20, one raunchy soliloquy ago.
Okay, yeah, you look back and Artemis is just caressing Dawn's Edge. No, I'm just kidding.
He's just like making the Halo theme music.
I'm gonna tell Beatrice.
Yeah. Silence.
Yeah, the edge just is at your neck. No. So you look down into this cavernous space and you see that it is in fact filled with 30 statues of what look like drow warriors. And they all seem to be in various poses as if they're standing on guard. However, all of them have their frozen eyes turned towards you. And all of them have a very slightly puzzled complexion on their stone faces. As if whatever they all glanced to was beginning to shock them before they all turned to stone.
Is there room for me to descend down
Oh
this
yeah.
tunnel?
Oh, there's it's like a 10-foot descent into this cavern, and it's
Okay.
quite large. Let me actually move you to this map.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So this is this space. It's a good, let's see here for you. It is, for audience at home, it is at its widest 180 feet across. And from the bottom steps to the far back, it is about 110 to 115 feet deep. The ceilings are about 20 feet high, so not overly large or tall in that sense. But yeah, there are 30 drow statues here, all arrayed on guard.
Does it look like Does it look like this is where they turned, or were they moved here?
Make an investigation check.
Not great. 8.
You're not entirely certain on it. But
Okay.
what you can tell is nobody's been moved, or at least nothing's been touched here in a very, very long time.
I don't know anything for sure, but
Ain't that the truth?
my boy Socrates up in I wonder almost if this is some sick memory of her turning.
Yes, when she was slayed, she reverted to a drow form. I wonder if perhaps during the conquest of Blingdenstone, her and her compatriots, and Artomis gestures to all these statues, perhaps came here together to battle, but became trapped here in the Rock Blight, and as a kind of perverse honor, once she gained her monstrous form, she gave them the chance to have a eternal vigil in this place, instead of themselves succumb to some form of corruption.
I think Scylla is walking amongst the statues, and she kind of calls back to you both. What do you both know about the drow?
Only that they took the city long time ago.
Yes, and please let me know if I'm stepping outside of what it would be Artemis's common knowledge here, Will, but they are noted raiders. They spend much of their time and resources kidnapping people from the surface. They have made almost everyone somewhat of an enemy down here. They are powerful, warlike people sworn to a particularly pernicious god.
The drow were the people who kidnapped my friends who had started to come along this journey with me. They were the first I met of the land here who wanted to battle the demons here. These drow have hunted them, and it is not that they succeeded, but they certainly had a hand in their demise. And Scylla reaches out and pushes over one of the statues. You
begin pushing it over, and a stone hand grabs your wrist. Everybody roll for initiative.
No!
As all of the statues come to life.
What?
All 30 of them.
Jesus.
That's not ideal.
No.
Not great.
Hey, Scylla, how many hit points you got right now?
Good question.
What the hell? All 30 of them?
I would just say, I tried to leave.
30.
Somebody wanted to investigate.
Correction. It's not all 30. About 6 of them activate.
That would be wild, man.
Still not ideal.
Not ideal, though. I will mark each one that has come to life here for you.
What the hell?
All right, right, so all these ones that have the red dots appearing on them here on our map, these are the ones that are now active. So this one grabs your wrist, Scylla, and just its stone-faced turns and snaps to look at you right in the eyes. All right, what did you get, Scylla?
5.
Fitting. Starcaller?
13.
13. Hester?
17.
Okay. First up is going to be Hester. You see a couple of these, or a handful of these statues all of a sudden snap to life, paying attention to all of you. What do you want to do?
Well, first, I would love to have the ability to control my character token.
Mother of God. It's always this case. Artemis has character control. You're the only one I feel like that doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't like me.
Yeah.
Well,
I have some pretty solid thoughts, but we'll get to those later. So Hester is going to cut west across the room so that he has a good view on the drow that just grabbed Scylla, knowing that this is not a great time for another combat and she is not in an ideal situation. And he is going to fire off 3 attacks, sharpshooter.
At which one? You've got 4 in the way.
At the one that just grabbed Scylla, the one right next to Scylla.
Okay. You've got 2 other statues that are kind of in the line of fire, at least a little bit, so I'm going to give it a slightly bumped AC.
That's fine, because sharpshooter ignores partial cover.
Okay, great.
So, fuck your AC.
Okay.
Winning friends and influencing people. Brennan and Proal.
You're gonna kill me, man.
I'm trying to help you. What do you mean?
You're pissing off the DM.
Yeah, well, I do that all the time.
No, he's not. I'm grimacing.
That first roll's a natural fucking 20, motherfucker.
Nice.
Hey.
Drink up, Will. It's gonna be a long combat.
It is going to be a long combat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is...
No one's happier than Brendan making a crit.
Yes.
Math. 6 plus 8, so 14 plus 5 is 19, plus the sharpshooter, 29 points of damage on the first hit.
You blow a massive hole through this statue that is holding on to Scylla, and it looks like it's ready to crumble, yet it doesn't.
They probably have 30 fucking HP. Second attack. No fucking way. Second crit.
Don't even bother rolling damage. It had only a couple hit points left, so you demolish this one that was holding on to Scylla. So Scylla, you get grabbed, and then all of a sudden, 2 big arrows just burrow through this stone, demolishing it, and crumbles down. All right,
I will
your
not
third
be
attack.
questioning Hester again.
And then I'm going to my third shot that I get with my Dread Ambusher. I'm going to take on the one closest to me, directly south of Hester.
Okay.
Yeah. Not all of them can be great. That's a 7.
That is a miss.
Yep.
Or not necessarily a miss. I imagine you're too good at aiming for that, but it hits and just the arrow pings off, destroying itself. All right, Starcaller, you're up.
Will, can you tell me, how high are the ceilings in this room?
20 feet.
20 feet. Cool. I'm going to run up to the wall next to me here, and I'm going to move 5 feet towards it, and then I'm going to move 20 feet to the ceiling.
Okay, so you're moving 5 feet to the northwest,
north,
and then you're going to go straight up the wall.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you're right at the turn point of the ceiling here. What are you doing from there?
I'm pulling out my new short bow and my 10 arrows that Hestor gave me, and I'm going to take aim at the sculpture person thingy nearest to Scylla.
Okay, so about 10 feet away to the north of Scylla. All right,
Yep.
let's see it.
That's a low number, which is not great. It's 11.
That is another miss, so bursts off of the statue.
Oh, still getting the hang of it. Let me try again. And that is an 18.
That is a hit.
All right. That's a short bow, so a delightful 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Still up. A good chunk, though, has been broken of this statue's stone hair, however. That is the entirety of your turn?
Yep, that's all I got.
Okay. Next up is the statues. So this one that you actually just lit into, Starcaller, is going to turn and advance on Scylla. So it moves 5 feet to the south, and it is going to try and slam you with this stone arm twice. First one, that is a 16 to hit.
No.
Second one is oh yeah, you're fine. That's a 12 to hit. So 2 misses with this first statue that has come down to you. Next one is one to the northeast, who's going to move 15 feet and also try to slam you twice, Scylla. First one's a natural 3. Second one is a 24.
That'll hit.
24 will do it. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. You're like, oh yeah, no problem. What are we even worried about?
She's really beat up.
The farthest drow away from everybody, I think, at the moment, is farther to the northeast. It's going to break away from the group and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and get right up on Hestor. And is going to attempt to slam them twice. So first one, that is a 14.
That does not hit.
Second one, that's a miss because that's a natural 4. Next up is one directly south of Hestor that's going to run up 20 feet, slam at you twice. First attack. That is let me check my bonus here, a 19.
How that hits.
Okay. So it comes over, it clobbers you right in the head. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And second one is a miss. So you've got 2 statues on Hestor, 2 that have moved on Scylla, and 1 that is to the northwest of Scylla that's also going to come down. So you're now surrounded by 3 statues, Scylla. 2 swings. First one, 25.
Yep.
Take another 3 points of bludgeoning. Second one, natural 2. So these statues are just running up towards you and trying to just slam into all of you that they can reach so far. And now it is your turn, Scylla.
All right. I'm going to... Scylla's going to use her action to cast Fog Cloud.
Ooh, I love it.
And I would like that to be centered right on me. So it's a 20-foot radius from Scylla.
Okay. I'm gonna put the aura on one of these statues just in case, because you're probably gonna move out of there, right?
Yeah.
20-foot radius. Let's make it the Nos Gray. There we go. All right, so you are now enshrouded in fog.
So, and then she, as soon as the fog is up, I want to move my full movement to get north of them. I'm leaving all of their space, but moving up and around them and straight toward the tunnel that we took to get in here, and kind of getting between these boulders that were between me and the exit.
Does fog cloud completely conceal you, or is it just disadvantage on anybody that tries to attack you?
The way I think it's just disadvantage. Let me just read it real quick.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
it says heavily obscured.
Heavily obscured. I don't think my quick guide here.
It counts as like it blocks vision entirely based on the
Blocks vision entirely. So they're essentially blinded then.
correct. So it would just be disadvantage if they
Okay. Well, then I'm going to roll disadvantage for all three. I don't think I'm going to hit you on any of them. First one to the west. Nope. First one to the north. That first hit you. No, and good thing because that was a natural 20 on one of them. And second one, or third one, is also a miss. So you managed to get out of there scot-free, and now you're hidden on the edge of this fog cloud and in these fallen rocks.
perfect. And then I will end my turn there.
Okay. Hestor, you're up. You've got two of these statues right on you, bud.
Yep. So Hestor is going to swap things up a little bit. He is going to draw his short swords.
Okay.
And he's going to make some melee attacks.
All right, Legolas, let's go.
Let's go.
First attack is a 21, and I'm going to hit this one to the right of me.
Okay.
So that is... Okay, this is a d6. Okay, so that's 7 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
If it is important, this is not magical.
It is important, actually.
Okay.
Sorry. Actually, no. Actually, wow. I've been very surprised for these guys. Anyways,
Same.
carry on.
Second attack is a 22.
That is a hit.
Okay. Christ. 5 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action offhand attack. And that is without my...
Without your modifier, right?
Yeah, so that's just a +3. 17 to hit.
That is a miss. So you can't quite dig into there with your short sword on that offhand attack, but you do manage to chip into it a little bit.
Okay. And then I'm going to actually break away.
So take some attacks of opportunities.
Yeah, I'm gonna run. No, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see that Scylla. Actually, how far do I see Scylla running? How far does that fog cloud go?
It's 20 feet.
They're kind of in it, but they're also blocked by some of this fallen debris, so you don't see them, I'm going to say.
Okay, well, either way, this is sort of a gross situation, and I don't have good angles right here. So I'm gonna start, like, making my way back towards the tunnel.
Downtown.
Okay.
If nothing else than to draw them into open area.
Sure. So the one to the south, swing at you. That's a 4, so that's a miss. Second one, natural 1. It actually gets its fist stuck in the ground for a moment before whipping it back out. And you flee basically all the way up to the top of the stairs leading out. Starcaller, you're up. I'm going to say Starcaller, from your vantage point, you can see Scylla.
Okay. Cool. And the two figures that Hestor just engaged in, are they looking great? Are they looking chipped away at? Like, what do I see from them?
The one that Hestor just lit into with their swords is slightly damaged. The one to the south of them is looking right as rain.
Let's see if we can remedy that. I'm gonna hop down. No,
You
when I
gonna
say
take that
hop,
fall?
no, when I say hop, I mean I walk down the wall.
Okay.
Just to the bottom. I take one, I'm moving one square out, and I'm gonna lay into the one farthest to the north here.
Okay.
So that's 15 down, 5 out. So yeah, I'm gonna take an attack on him.
Using
Then-
Dawn's Edge.
Yes, we're gonna bring Dawn's Edge out to party.
Okay.
Bright blade glowing. That's a 23 to hit.
Absolutely.
I don't have a shield, so this is two-handed. Need to pick that shield up, by the way. It's 11
Yeah.
points of radiant.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I'm gonna come again.
Okay.
And that's 18 points. Or
Holy-
18 to hit. 18 to hit.
Okay, yes,
Sorry,
that's a hit.
yeah. 18 to hit. So, and another 11 points of radiant. I, in fact, cannot do 18 points in a single hit without my sweet, sweet smites.
That's okay, because you just lightsaber carved through this statue and just splits into multiple pieces and crumbles.
And I'm just going to yell out, Scylla, I'll cover you! And with my remaining 15 feet of movement, I'm going to move 5 feet back towards the wall and then 10 feet up.
Okay. All right, then. It is the statue's turns in that case. The animated statue that you were closest to that didn't get hit by anybody. Let's see here. Yeah, its intelligence is so bad. It just walks to the bottom of the wall and starts zombie clawing at the wall trying to reach you, but it can't climb. The 3 in the fog cloud, one of them just starts ambling, and you can hear it run into one of the other statues as it moves to the east and then moves around until it's out of the cloud, but it still doesn't see Scylla. Roll. This one in the middle moves directly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to the north, getting out of the fog cloud, but doesn't see anybody. And then this one to the south, the last one that's in the cloud, technically moves to the south about 25 feet, and is out but doesn't see you all. So, that is their turn. Scylla, you are up while I get rid of this fog cloud on this guy, and I will adjust.
So it hasn't been an hour since our last combat, right?
No.
Okay, so then I rolled concentration checks, and I still have Hunter's Mark.
Okay, cool.
So Scylla's she's going to move out of the fog cloud 5 feet. I would like to bonus action mark the one that's below Starcaller.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move right up on it with my full 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
And take a swing.
So you come sprinting out from behind the rock, mark it, and lay into it.
26.
Oh yeah, that's a hit. That's a good hit.
12 points of slashing.
Okay.
And I will swing again.
All right.
It's a 22.
That's a hit.
19 points of slashing.
You cut through it, and it crumbles to dust.
Awesome. And then she looks up at Starcaller. I think it's time to go.
I would agree.
Yeah, that's my full movement. That's all on my turn there.
Okay. Hestor, it is your turn.
Okay. So I think he is just going to I want to pull back out my bow, but I don't want to do action economy bullshit here. So would it be if I were to stow my swords and then pull my weapon, how would that?
I think that's technically an action by the rules. But I'll say it's a bonus action to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm basically just trying to lay down cover fire. I think we're all on our way out of here.
Okay, so you're just going to prepare yourself to fire in case they start advancing, or are you going to lay into anybody now?
I will use the one that popped itself out of the fog cloud, so this one to the south of Scylla, I'll take a couple pot shots at.
Okay.
Just because that's the one I can see. So, and I will do so sharpshooter.
All right.
22 to hit.
Yep.
Uh, 21 points of piercing damage.
Wow. Okay.
And that is magical. Second attack. Dirty 20.
That's a hit.
almost max damage. 22 points of piercing damage.
And another statue walks out of the fog. Scylla runs by, and then
Time to go.
into dust.
And he is just going to turn and book it the rest of the way out of the tunnel.
Okay. I'm actually going to count you out of initiative.
Okay.
Starcaller, you are up.
All right. Looks like things are going our way here. I'm going to walk another 5 feet up the cave wall, and then move a little bit farther towards the entrance, so kind of just at the periphery of the cave opening here. And I'm just going to prepare an action to fire my bow if any of them approach Scylla.
Okay. All right. Statue's turn. Then the one that moved out to the east is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Starts moving to the north in between all these other statues and has now got eyes on Scylla. But cannot. Actually, he can double move. So it's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Moving to the northwest here to get up 5 feet away from Scylla. And then the one all the way to the south is actually going to start moving around the cloud, double moving, so 5, 10, 30, and manages to come up, and you can see it moving, just weaving through the other statues with loud, clunky movement. But Scylla, you're up. Another statue has come up upon you.
Okay. I screwed up earlier. I was concentrating on fog cloud, but I had a spell gem, so I'm just going to say that I lost, I guess, fog cloud, so they would have known not to go around the cloud on that last one.
Okay.
And I just, my spell gem is now empty as I traded fog cloud for Hunter's Mark.
Gotcha. Okay, so
So
fog
I
cloud
don't know
is
if their
gone.
route is straighter, yeah.
I don't believe they can reach you either way.
Okay. I will go ahead and take bonus action transfer the mark to this new one and take my 2 shots.
Okay.
That's only an 11.
That is a miss.
I'll take my second one. And that's a dirty 20.
That is a hit.
16 slashing.
16 slashing. Nice. Okay.
Does that
Yeah.
trigger Andrew as well?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, that's close enough. I'll go ahead and shoot off. Ooh. 29.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a hit.
Alright, and ooh, Will, can I use sneak attack?
Aw,
She's there.
Yes!
She's there. The thing happened.
You
The
can.
thing
Let's
happened.
do it.
go!
You're 1d6.
Let's go. Snake eyes, baby. That's 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Still up. It's looking
All
weaker
right.
though.
Can I take that second shot?
Yep.
21 points of damage.
You
Oh,
need
sorry,
to
20.
hit.
Sorry, yes. I
Yes.
sure do.
It's
I
a
sure
hit.
do, buddy.
I got you.
Like the
I got you.
hell you do.
I have become that's 8 points of piercing.
It's barely clinging. Most of it is missing. It's just like an arm, a tiny bit of statue, and half the face just reaching out towards Scylla. All right, Hestor is out.
I am
Starcaller-
gonna take that opportunity attack and move the full 30 feet out.
Oh, okay, sure. Ooh, almost closed everything.
The game is over.
The game's over. It's a miss. So both of you are now up at the entrance, and you are out of initiative because you watch these 2 animated stone statues come to the base of the stairs and then just stare at you. But they do not
Creepy.
proceed forward.
They're like trapped down here.
And you cannot tell if they're still awake or not because they go so perfectly still, but they stay there at the bottom of the stairs watching.
I think Scylla's in a mindset right now where she would walk back down and swing.
Okay.
So
Sure.
whether
We'll
they can
jump
come
back
after
in.
her or not.
Yeah, I will say we can jump right back around to your turn unless Starcaller wants to do anything, because it's technically their turn.
If I see her moving back in, I'll notch arrow again.
Okay.
So I'll take my first shot at that one that looks like it's barely hanging on.
Sure.
And that is an 18 to hit.
That's it. Don't bother rolling damage. You had 3 hit points. You're at minimum going to do more than that.
Yep.
So it destroyed.
And then, if I'm doing the damn thing, I'll shoot the last one as well.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I love magic weapons. That is 10 points of piercing. I would get down there with you, but I'm one wrong slap and I literally die.
I did 2 hits on the last one for 15 and 12. Damage.
To hit?
No, I'm sorry. It was a 20 and a 23 to hit. The damage was
Okay.
15 and 12.
15 and 12, so
27.
yes. Okay. You
27.
run up and you, boom, destroy this last statue. And as you do, Hestor, are you kind of still standing at the top of these stairs? by the
Yeah,
way?
I sort of imagined that I was like, I got up to the top of the tunnel and then I was keeping sentry.
Okay.
I'm not like, the thing is behind me and I'm just booking.
Sure. But you're not actively gazing back down in, right?
No, I am. I am watching to make sure they get out.
Sure. Okay, I got you now. I thought you were oriented the other way.
No.
Okay, all of you make perception checks.
18 for Hestor.
Great.
12.
Great.
And we got a good old 17.
Okay. Scylla, it almost looks like the room grew darker for a moment, but you are still like kind of wiping the dust off your face and righting yourself after destroying the statue. Artomis and Hestor, you see what looks like a dark cloud appear kind of above the statues in the back. And you see almost what looks like 2 glowing shapes within this mass. And you just hear and then that mass crumples, disappearing, and 6 more statues activate. So I'm going to mark them again. And all of these appear closer to the entrance now. So they kind of form this semicircle as they are all facing you and all their heads crank towards you. We're going to stay in initiative order. So Scylla's gone. Hestor, it's technically your turn now.
Does it look... Well, I'll ask Sam this. What is Scylla's reaction? No, Scylla didn't notice them.
No. She would notice the statues that now moved. You don't know if she saw the mass.
Got you. So, but she is aware that more statues are moving.
Yes.
Okay. Sam, does it look like... Hestor is worried about Scylla right now. He definitely saw some darkness in there, like in Scylla. Does it look like she's out for... like she's gonna stay?
Scylla's contemplating. There's a lot of rage there for sure, but she hasn't stepped over that line that seems to be like where they stopped.
Okay. Hestor is going to put himself... I don't even know where I moved my token here. I lost my... I moved my token up and I can't find it. But let's just imagine that I am right at the mouth next to on the opposite wall of the tunnel as Starcaller.
Mm-hmm.
He is drawn arrows and he is readying an action if Scylla makes it seem like this is still on. If she charges, he's releasing arrows at the one directly south of him.
Okay. All right, so you're technically kind of holding for the moment. Starcaller, your turn.
Scylla, please, they are not powerful, but they are many. We must fall back for now.
Is it more cruel to let them live or to kill them?
Oh, no, I say we go back and kill them, but, like, after a little nappy.
But like, I want to take a little nap.
But I want to take a little nap.
I only have 6 more arrows, okay? And once again, if you cough too hard on me, I will go unconscious.
She's contemplating what you said. She hasn't moved yet.
Cool. Our sleepiest lion boy will maintain position, and kind of mimicking. I imagine that Artemis doesn't look back to see Hestor like cocking, but like does almost the exact same thing, like up against crouched in like the corner of the ceiling and the wall.
You just got the 2 dude bros like knocked up, like just aiming down the tunnel.
You got him
waiting
knocked
on
up. Way to go, Scylla. Proud of you. Damn.
What an abomination that will be born on this day.
Scylla lays eggs.
Underdark biology.
Hey, good to know
Brought to
now.
you by the Madness Table.
I mean, oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Why do I know this much about? The thing is,
No,
this
no.
is a fish.
Don't merge.
It
You
would
don't merge.
No, but it would be external fertilization. So if you laid multiple clutches, you would have a whole clutch of weird gnome tritons, and then a different, worse one of half fish, half cat abominations.
Catfish. Let's go.
Catfish.
Is there, like-
there we go.
Is there cross-pollination where there's like gnome cats somehow?
You know,
Hell yeah.
I have to say
There
yes.
is now. There
Like,
is now.
like in the worst possible Punnett square and all the recessive genes activate at once. It's
Yeah, right. The albino.
Yeah.
It's just,
Like,
it's Jimmy, but fully grown.
Oh,
Just hatches from an egg. He's like,
that explains so much.
yes.
I am Legion. Anyway, so what are we doing?
We're drawing on the map.
Will's not allowed to
I love
use
it.
Roll20 anymore. We're taking away his.
I've
his
rediscovered
crayon.
the freehand drawing ability.
I love it.
Honestly, your handwriting is pretty pristine for someone doing
Yeah, not
freehand
bad,
right
not
now.
bad.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we got a daddy, a mom, and just the knocked up side bitch.
That's all I look
Yep.
for in life.
So it's the Satch's turn. Sorry.
I'm glad he doesn't know where we're at either.
I was having too much fun. All right, so the first one is the one farthest to the east, who's gonna run up on Scylla. 2 slams. Here we go. First one is a 22.
That hits.
Deep fist. That is 8 points of bludgeoning. Second slam. That is a 19.
That does not hit.
Oh, damn it. All right. Then there's 2 next to the boulders where you had come out from before. They're gonna move up.
Christ.
Let's see here. Can this one actually reach this? No. So only one can come into contact with you, but one is gonna move up, trying to close in on you. So here comes 2 more swings. That is a nope. That's gonna be a miss. Second one is also a miss. And then here come the western side.
As this next wave comes in, can I launch my arrows at these guys as they come up as my raid action?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and launch away. I'm assuming you're gonna do the same, Hestor?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an 11, which I don't believe hits.
Nope, that doesn't hit any of them.
And then that's a 25.
Okay, which one are you hitting? The one directly south, the one over 5 feet to the east, or the one 10 feet to the east?
Yeah, the one just to the south of Scylla,
Okay.
so that I may once again partake in sneak attack damage.
All right. Do it
Valid.
up.
Alright, so that is pretty good. That is 13 points of piercing damage.
Nice. Yeah, good chunk of its head just broken off. All right, Hester.
Okay, so I'm rolling 2 attacks on the one directly south of me, so the one 5 feet
Away from
east
Scylla.
of Scylla. I rolled with sharpshooter. One of them was a 10, which doesn't hit. The other is a 23.
The 23 hits.
That is 19 points of piercing damage.
Holy smokes. Nice. Very nice.
And Hester will call, Scylla, I don't want to take away from your glory or your closure or whatever you think is happening here, but I have to I have to agree with Starcaller. We are not in a position to finish this.
As the father of our children, you better come home.
Home.
Would you doom them to a life of poverty and an ill opportunity in a...
Do you want another real Jimmy walking these streets harassing people?
You have the chance to make up for Jimmy's stain on this town.
All right, cool, great. Back to the statues then. The one furthest to the southwest is going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Getting up onto Scylla. 2 slams. Here we go. First one's a miss. Second one is a 19, misses you. So that is 2 misses. The second one to the west is going to move 25 feet, getting up right next to Scylla on their left-hand side. I'm going to switch up my dice here. Good old labradorite die. Nice. That is a 22.
Mm-hmm.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And second strike, that is a 21.
Mm-hmm.
And you take another 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And then this last statue is going to scooch in next to the other 2 that have moved up on Scylla but cannot reach through. So you are now fully surrounded by 6 statues. It's your turn.
You know, there is a disengage action.
Scylla, I think, just like looks out at these like drow faces surrounding her here, and there's like so much like rage, and she's just like bleeding immensely, but she's just very, very angry if she looks at all of them. And I would like to I think what she would do is she would cast Gust of Wind right now and attempt to just like blast them all back.
Okay. What do they got to do for saves here?
It's a strength saving throw, so they're probably going to be fine, to be honest.
They're made of rocks, Scylla.
I mean, you're right. I think it's just there's okay, let's say this. She contemplates that and she hears her friends behind her. I will disengage.
Okay.
I think she will disengage. And then she'll back up without losing sight here, and I'll head back 30 feet up.
Okay, so you get up behind the other 2, and we're back at the top of the order with Hestor and Starcaller. You see that after Scylla retreats up these stairs, that these statues once again stand still and do not pursue you up these stairs.
I want to leave and go take a nap. So,
I mean, for all intents and purposes, you're out of initiative. Like,
Yeah,
what are you thinking
it's-
here?
Starcaller is gonna Spider-Man crawl his way out of the on the ceiling out of the
Yeah,
cavern.
you're on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Forgive me for getting too ambitious, wanting to investigate further. We should return and rest.
Yes, but I And I like Starkheart looks right at Scylla. We shall return here. Yeah, you are right. These, for lack of a, these spirits need to be exorcised, and there is something darker lurking in this cavern that I would confront, but would do so upon my own terms.
Thank you. We will need to return here, and I would like to see them all vanquished.
Aye, it shall be so.
Can you all roll perception for me one more time?
Yeah, let's go.
11.
11. 4.
9.
9. Okay. Don't notice anything.
Everything's real chill.
Everything's super good.
Fine.
Totally fine.
No problemo. All right, so you guys decide that you are... Oh yeah, what the fuck happened with Squeakers, dude? You just left Squeakers up at the top of the stairs? Like,
Squeaker was standing sentinel over this area.
fair.
He knew
okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't need to leave to watch the Vanguard. I knew Squeakers got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I just want to make sure for our audience and myself, because we've developed a deep bond with Squeakers
It
here.
sounds like you're questioning my boy Squeakers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ridiculous.
nothing was said, so I have to question, okay? So you're out. You're beaten. You want to head back?
Do we think that the Galeb Dur will be here when we return?
I mean,
Have they moved at all since we...
You all look back over to where they were standing, and the one thing is for certain is that the ruby is now dim, and all the Galeb Dur have turned into smooth, round boulder forms, like almost inanimate forms around the Menhir stone.
Seeing as I have been around these elementals a little bit with my history with the city, would I know if is this just like a form of sort of stasis?
Yeah, you would know that they are totally aware of their surroundings in this form, but it is a matter of camouflage to any type of enemies that could
Gotcha.
come after them. Like it's a disguise, essentially. But from the way they're positioned and the way that they're doing that, you would think that they are standing sentinel over the Menhir stone, the steadfast stone.
I have a feeling that they will be here when we return. Are we going all the way back to Bligdenstone, or are we setting up shop here?
I think we should return to Bligdenstone. That way we can be sure of a night's rest. If nothing else, we have learned down that cavern that there is more here we do not yet understand.
It would be good to escort Garrick back.
Garnick?
I'm so sorry.
Well,
He friggin' follows it. Scylla never got the name right.
Bacon and Penelope basically got him, but we can check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, Gurnick already went back to the city, essentially. He was like, oh, thank you. And then Penelope and Bacon helped carry the form of Eva back.
So we will, we'll go back, we'll rest. And then we can come back, sort this statue situation out. And we should see what's beyond that rock fall. It looks,
agree.
rather oozy back there.
Indeed. But come, let us return, let us rest, let us speak to Gurnick, and we may return and conquer.
With that, we'll actually end the episode.
Ooh-wee! That was a wild ending on that one, but you know what? We're glad you're here.
we are rapidly getting close to 100 episodes, and it is great to have you here in the outro. Couple quick things. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We are publishing all of our episodes out to YouTube so that you can actually watch us playing the game instead of just listening. And then if you want to hop over in our Discord, we've got all sorts of people in there talking about the podcast. And, you know, we're also talking about Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate is out right now, and we're all loving it. And then we've got maps up in the Discord channel, some extra content with some other things. And if you have questions for us as players, we've got a little channel in there that you could submit for the bonus action segments. So really loving that. We hope to see you there. You can find all of our links at linktree.com/themadnesstable. And I think that's it. So we'll see you next time when...
The madness continues.